Deep Rock Galactic Survivor is a horde survival game like Vampire Survivors, but in the universe of Deep Rock Galactic. I've played the first-person shooter version of this game, and it was pretty fun, but it was a little bit hard to navigate the map, in my opinion. I get lost pretty easy, so this game doesn't let you do that, thankfully. It's also a different take on it because there are a lot of, I guess you could say, variations to how you would normally play the game. So you go into these zones, right? And they're subdivided into different levels where you have to get a certain amount of resources or kill a certain amount of enemies and then extract, okay? So you have a time limit that goes down. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's the demo, so there are a bunch of locked things that aren't in the demo, but we're using the scout, which is you get some modifiers here and it kind of tells you a little bit about the character. And there's a couple of class mods. Now, I've unlocked this, I believe, after going through the first zone and beating it, and now I'm on the second zone, which has proven to be a little bit more difficult. So this thing shoots in 4 different directions, which is really, really cool. This is pretty much just an auto, I guess you could say like an assault rifle. It just shoots in one direction. This I do like a little bit better, simply because I'm usually running away from enemies. And I do believe that we're going to need to adjust the volume. I hate to do this during the game, but they didn't give me a whole lot of options first. Let's go ahead and bring up the max volume to 60, and I think you guys should be fine. My voice should be able to carry over. I got coffee powered this morning, so naturally you're going to get full energy Z. Okay, so uncommon, 10% critical damage. Typically I take the uncommons here, or most of the time I take the best of the 3, unless it's something that I really don't want or doesn't really synergize. So as you can see, there are some ores that I'm going to be mining through. You don't need to click anything in this game, except the choices when you make upgrades. All you have to do is walk around, and it auto fires for you, it auto mines for you. It's actually pretty simple. Okay, so epic fire rate, increase all the fire rate of your projectile weapons. There are different types of weapons, and you can increase fire rate, for this weapon alone. So this is definitely the pick here. You can also re-roll those chests. So as you can see here at the top right, I have a collective Bulu cap. Whatever that is, that reminds me of one of my old friends that used to call things weird names just for nothing. So I can either increase damage or fire rate here. I'm going to go damage. I do try to balance those out typically. This, I believe, is called red sugar, and this can heal you when you take a little bit of damage. These shards are not going to be, I could take some damage here and just show you here. There we go. I took a little bit of damage and now I got it healed. And a lot of times you can just mine your way out of trouble here, or take a little bit of hits like I'm doing now just to get something. And this is a supply drop pod, which is kind of like getting a relic. It gives you some passive abilities. Okay, so you don't get to re-roll these, unfortunately, but this one you get a small XP chance when you mine rocks. You get a small chance to find nitra, which is I think it's the money, and or one of the currencies here. And knockback is really, really good when you get hit, because when you get hit, it allows you to go a little bit further. When you're trying to cut through an area that is very, very heavy with mobs, it helps a lot. We also have this little guy that's helping. He doesn't do much, I assure you. But we're gonna go around and search for some more of these Bulu caps like these, as well as trying to find more resources to mine. There's also these little, oh, this is nice, weapon level up. So we can add a new weapon, which you see here where you get unlocked at different slots, level 5, level 15, and level 25. And from what I've been noticing, it is pretty nice to stay with kinetic, because there are some upgrades that allow you to boost the damage and stuff of all kinetic damage. Now, you do have things like cryo, which is nice too, but I think this is the only cryo weapon, at least the one that I've seen. In the full version, it's probably going to be a little bit more synergistic to build around certain ideas like that. But for now, we're going to go with kinetic. Now, this is a shotgun, which I do like, but I'm going to go with the long range here. It's kind of like a sniper rifle or a one-shot type deal. So we've got a swarm incoming here, which means there's going to be some bigger enemies, and the packs are going to be a little bit larger. I'm gonna try to get as much of this. See how it knocked them back like that? Pretty good stuff. All right, Bulu caps. So I do take a lot of risk on this first level here in order to get currency. Like normally, if I would be in trouble here, I'd back off, right? But I didn't. So, okay. So here is an idea that you might sometimes switch from. Okay, except for just the commons or uncommons. So I get an increased 10% damage for my main weapon here, which you can see indicated by the arrows. Here is a 6% fire rate on all projectile weapons, and here is a 10% fire rate and a level up on my main weapon. Now, if I had 4 weapons here, it would definitely be good to get this. And honestly, it's still probably best to get this, but if this would have been the first choice and I only had 1 weapon, I would have definitely picked the 10% damage just because it would have been better. Now, it could be cumulative. I'm not really sure. It could carry over, like once you get that, it's like retroactive across all the weapons that you get. But I'm not positive about that. So all the monsters drop little experience crystals, which you can see that I'm getting here. There's the last Bulu cap, and I only need 10 more. So those are elite monsters. Oh my, 40% status effect. So even though this is wonderful, I don't have any status effect weapons. Now, this would make me think that if I would get a status effect weapon, that it would work on it, but I'm not sure. This is actually really, really good too. I'm gonna go ahead and get the experience gain in this particular case. So I know I did leave a little bit of ores back there, but that's okay. I'm gonna get this health and this currency here, and I'm gonna try to make it through these last 2 Bulu caps. All right, so now that's the objective complete. Let's see here. 10% damage on all kinetic weapons is really good. So yeah, I did get all of the objectives, and now there's going to be a big elite, this guy, that comes out. So when you kill him, the mission is over. So in my experience, the best thing to do is to get as much stuff as you can while you're just shooting him. And this 4-way weapon that I have here, really, really nice for that fact, because I'm shooting him as I run away. So it's kind of like doing double duty. Okay, so we get an armor, an experience gain, or a common hit point increase. And I think we're gonna go for armor here. I don't typically go for armor, but as you get higher up in the levels, you do take more damage. So max health isn't always the be-all, end-all. It's actually pretty beneficial to get a little bit of armor as you go. Okay, so we still have full health here, so I'm not really worried about making sure that I heal or I grab any resources that are specifically focused on health, because I'm kind of full on that, and I can always heal in between levels too. But I do think that's the majority of the map here. You know, I could possibly go further up and around, maybe that I missed something, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and take my leave here. Let's see, 5% damage on all the weapons, or 10% reload speed. I'll take that. And we also got some extra experience here. Let's go reload speed uncommon on this. So it's gonna give me the drop pod. Now this is what I was meaning by the extraction component. So all I have to do is get to the end, and you can see here that the swarms are starting to build up big. But I do want a little bit more XP before I leave. And is there anything that I can grab really, really quick before extracting? I'm gonna get that. 7 seconds left. I did get just enough experience to go to the next one. I was trying to kill him to get the last bit of XP too, but okay, so this is pretty cool. We have some legendaries that rolled on the shop, which is very, very nice. You can see here that we can re-roll all or heal 50%, and we might want to do that. But the second wave is not that bad. I think I'm gonna take the legendary fire rate here. If I would have had the money to do it, I would absolutely do that. So what we're gonna do here is re-roll. And let's see, all kinetic weapons, 20% damage is really, really good. And let's re-roll one more time, and we'll get an decrease the reload speed of all. Fire rate rare is really, really good right here as well. Let's use my remaining to heal just in case. And you know what? We'll max this out and take the uncommon damage. And that's pretty good use of our resources here. All right. Next up. So now we have to draw out the elite by collecting the Opaka blooms. And this is a typical theme throughout most of the levels that I've seen here. Sometimes you have to kill a certain amount of enemies. Sometimes you have to get certain amounts of resources or these little flowers or whatever. As far as I know, the flowers don't add anything. They're just like a quest objective, right? But see, all of this healing I could have gotten without spending that currency on it. And typically in the low damage, well, the low difficulty areas, you can really do that. So he keeps giving me prompts about what's coming, like bigger waves and stuff. You know, that never really affects the way I do business here. I kind of just do what I need to do. But we are starting to see some flying enemies here, which don't pay attention to any of the landscape. They don't have to go around paths and stuff, which honestly, that gives you a lot of flexibility. These going through mining paths and stuff, really and truly, because you can see these guys are coming for me, but they gravitate towards these paths. Let me get this reload speed. And what I'm gonna do here is make my way around and just kind of train them through these paths. And they'll take the path of least resistance too. What I need to do here is try to get that magnet that was in there. That magnet is very, very good. It'll suck up all the XP. So we have a few artifacts here that we can choose. Collecting red sugar increases max health by 2. This is really, really good in my experience. This is all the healing stuff. Increase critical chance by every nitra that you have. I don't usually keep a lot of this stuff on me. And you get a small chance to find nitra. So you can synergize stuff like this, like the nitra scanner and the nitrogenic powder would be good. I'm gonna get the red sugar cubes, and I'm gonna start collecting red sugar here because you can get +2 to your stuff. So these guys explode, as you can tell. It's pretty good when you get that to happen, and you can always get some really, really good. Where is that? Where did the magnet go? Did I already get it? Maybe I did. I don't know. But yeah, you can always use these little tunnels and stuff to really, really train these mobs in ways that you need them to go, and it gives you some opportunities to get resources and things of that nature. I'm surprised I didn't get hit there, but I got hit afterwards. All right, so looking at our map, we're still going into unexplored terrain, which is good. Let's go look for some more flowers. There's some of these guys that we're gonna grab. Yeah, a little bit of resources there. More red sugar we're gonna go for. You can see here that they're starting to kind of build up where I'm going. But that's okay. That's okay. Taking a little bit of damage while we're healing, not a big deal here. All right, so the Elite Slasher has been summoned. Just trying to upgrade my max health as much as I can through getting this red sugar, as well as getting plenty of meta currency. And let's see, we're gonna head back up top here into this unexplored area and see if we can get a little bit more. And right now the mobs are way behind, but they're coming on up. I need to go back for, oh, I was gonna go back for that, but nope. Maybe that's a bad idea. All right, we get a new weapon, Deep Core GK2. I don't think I've ever used this. Fairly straightforward assault rifle that shoots burst. Or is this the main weapon? So this is also a cool weapon and another example of an elemental weapon, which is like a boomerang. It throws a boomerang that returns to you. It gives electrical damage. But again, I think kinetic is the way that we're gonna go, and I'm gonna get the assault rifle here. There is a shotgun too. That's very good. All right, we took a little bit of damage to get that big XP boost, but we've got one more flower. Uh-oh, it's getting pretty hairy here. Let's go this way, grab this flower, and I'm going to try to get the last one. There we go. Just checking to see if there's not some big resource amounts that I've missed. Okay, so reload speed. We can try re-rolling here, which honestly, 15 is a big cost. If we'd have all commons, I would think about re-rolling, but 15% reload speed to my new weapon, or 10% reload speed to all medium weapons. I think I'm gonna go the 10 because that's literally 20%, right? All right, and I've already been here, so I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that I've gotten the majority of the resources. So I think what I'm gonna do is just try to farm a little bit of XP while not dying, of course. Now what you want to do is kind of circle back to the areas that you know you've gone through in order to get all that good XP. And let's see, 25% damage is nice. I do want to let, I couldn't get him. I wanted to let that big exploder guy through. Here's a little bit of resources I haven't collected. We can go ahead and go for this. And I realized I was going to take some damage there, but I think it was worth it. Reload speed rare, we'll take it. And we want to explode those guys. All right. The good thing about this is we're going to be able to get all of this stuff that we just got based on these explosions. Get some more level ups. Rare move speed 9% is amazing. And that magnet is also amazing. Uncommon reload speed here. Probably going to get one more. Fire rate. Sounds great. Got 13 seconds to make it to our objective. We got to go fast here. Fast, 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 fast. And one more level up to go. Okay, uncommon fire rate. And so we've leveled up to a point to where we can upgrade our weapon. We could change the damage type to cryo here, or we can release an explosion whenever the weapon reloads. I think I'm gonna do that because we don't have any cryo synergies. But that's cool to think that we could do that, right? 2 seconds, 1 second, we're in. That's about as close as you can cut it, but that's the way you got to do it. Legendary 12 armor is amazing here. It's very expensive, but we have a lot of currency. Reload speed, increase damage by 25% is nice. Let's reroll all since it's cheap. Another 25% damage is amazing. 25% weapon damage here. We don't have any more money to do it, so we are gonna re-roll one more time to see if we can spend some of our other currency here. 10% damage, 25% reload speed, but this affects all medium weapons, which is a double duty. And I'm gonna take some more damage there. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with all this. Now I could heal here. Well, if I had the currency, I could heal here, but I'm not really worried about it. I'm above half, and it's gonna be fairly easy to heal really quickly here. I'm just gonna go for the healing right away. So you can see here now we need to collect Morkite, which is a different kind of resource. And look, I've already healed. So yeah, I'm sure that the difficulty level goes up considerably. And I know it does towards the end of these zones because I've experienced it. Again, I've played this a few times and I have not been able to beat it yet. So toward the end, it gets really, really nuts. What you want to make sure is toward the end you are at max level or almost max level, so you do have to take some risks early on, I believe, to try to counteract the difficulty curve that's coming up. It's not really a good time for magnet, but I'm gonna grab it anyway since I'm here because I'm gonna be long gone. Okay, so the mobs feel like they're starting to move a little bit faster here, as well as I am, so that's okay. And there are some resources that I want to get on that side. That's going to be part of the meta currency here. Oh, not the meta currency, but the objective. Sorry, sometimes my mouth moves before my brain does. So, especially when I have coffee early in the morning, y'all know how it is. Y'all know how it is. I trip over my own words and stuff, and I'm not really in practice with commentary while I'm playing. It's been a while, man, but I'm starting to enjoy a few of these games from the Steam Next Fest, and it just seemed very, very appropriate to get back to my routines, you know. For a long time, I don't mean to get, you know, I don't mean to get commentary straying too far off. This is awesome, by the way, 15% legendary move speed. I don't mean to get too off topic here, but I was saying that I've been pretty disenchanted with gaming in that Dungreed video that I put out a couple weeks ago. But I've been enjoying a lot of the demos that I've been seeing on some of the channels. There's a bunch of roguelikes as well as like Horde survival games that I'd like to play. I'm taking a lot too much damage here. Drop pod. Okay, so can we get gold tip bullets? Increase your damage done for 1% for every 5 gold that you have. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. All right, so we got a little burst. Now we can run. Okay, let's get back to business here. So yeah, I've really been enjoying the Steam Next Fest demos, and I do have some pretty interesting titles that have been emailed to me recently. Oh, this is kind of bad. All right, I have to go through somewhere, y'all. Let's choose this route. I'm amazed that I did not take more damage here. That could have been really, really bad. So I've gotten all the ore that I've needed to. So now all we have to do is draw out the elite. I don't know if this gives you anything by getting more of it, but man, the legendaries that are popping out are awesome, right? So these things are also, well, these are new to this level. They do give XP, but nothing special. The first time I saw them, I was like, ooh, that's different. Is that a boss creature? No, just regular. Let's get this magnet, and this should be very, very impressive. Okay, new weapon. We're gonna do the shotgun this time. Shotgun is relatively straightforward. It's a spread shot. It's nice. All right, I've taken a lot of damage here, so I need to be really, really careful. Probably need to look for some healing, because now all I'm trying to do is draw out the elite and kill it. I know I haven't been here. Good. Let's go here and see if I can cut through and get a little bit of this currency without taking some damage. I can. Cool. 15%. Come on. I couldn't get the last bit of that currency. Now, that yellow stuff there, that's something I would have wanted. That's something that you can unlock. Uh-oh. That's something you could unlock if you have, oh, that was a nice chain reaction. And a magnet? Hell yeah. All right. I did get the green stuff after all, too. Whatever the name of that aura is. Pickup radius. I haven't gotten any yet. It would probably help me, but I've gotten so many levels so far. I think I'm just going to go for damage. Honestly, pickup rate seems like a no-brainer usually, but I mean, I've been doing okay up until this point. Man, can we get some health, dude? Well, not lose health, Z. Get it. You're supposed to get health. So this guy's almost dead. And I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get his ghibli bits and then go.
Well done. Objective completed.
All right, now I need to get to the chopper. Okay, I'm just gonna go straight through here and beeline it because I don't want to take any extra. I don't want to take any extra time. That was a little bit of currency. Cool. Yeah. There's nothing else around me that I want to take the chance of. So I extracted a couple seconds early, but with all this money, I can easily heal if I wanted to. 38 is really, really good. I think I'm just going to go heal just to make sure that I'm good for the next level. Reload speed, damage, effect. Man, I could have really gone for status effects here. There's a lot of upgrades that have come my way. 45% pickup radius. That's almost all of my currency, but think about how big that number is, especially since I just missed the last one. I think I'll go for it here. All kinetic weapons. This is a ridiculously powerful upgrade that I don't have enough for, but it would have been nice. Increase level by 1 is my shotgun. I'll tell you what, let's re-roll these since we don't have a whole bunch. Mining speed is nice for being able to escape. Luck is also very nice. I don't have enough currency for either of these. I'm gonna go ahead and I can't re-roll again. Maybe we'll just save some of that currency. No, this is a weapon upgrade, so these are cool too. Lets you imagine your weapon is now a lot prettier. Increase weapon level by 2. So this is not just it's like weapon experience, which you'll see that you have numbers on the sides of each weapons, and this is one of my main weapons, so that I think that's a good number. And that increases by 2 as well, so I believe that's probably one of the most efficient uses of my upgrades that I can do. Okay, so draw out the elite. We got to get these caps. Let's go for as much currency as we can before the hordes start coming. We do have quite a bit of mining speed here. I've had a ton before. Sometimes you can really focus on one thing and watch how ridiculous the numbers get. Okay, that was a lot of healing. That's good. And we're gonna start rounding out this map here. At the upper left, I kind of pay attention to this map to see where I've gone and where I haven't. I'm gonna choose to take a little bit of damage here. And get this healing and a little bit of max health from that red sugar. Let's go up and around and make this perimeter. Try to get all the plants that I can without taking too much damage here. And if there's any currency lying around, naturally mine that out before the hordes start getting ridiculous.
Swarm detected.
Yeah.
Ready. They'll be moving shortly.
See, that's bad too. When you're going to another area and the swarm spawns, it kind of spawns where you're going. The game kind of knows what it's doing. Okay, so they're starting to get to, some of these things are starting to shoot projectiles, which is really, really nasty. These projectiles leave puddles sometimes, and they could do a lot of damage to you when you least expect it. All right, so there is a little elite here that's coming. Let's get this last bit of.
Supply drop has been ordered.
Oh, that's nice. I don't know what triggers that, but it seems to happen when I'm either mining a lot or taking a lot of damage. 70% max health and 2% life gen is nuts. I'm taking that right away. Okay, here's another couple different types of currency. Is those little balls or whatever. Okay. You know, even though this is the common, I think I'm gonna take it because I've already have. Oh no, that's really good though. Dang it! I like to take movement speed when it makes itself available because it's such a useful stat towards the end. Like towards the end, you feel like you're running for your life constantly, and it allows you to get through tight spaces like that. Okay. So we got a little bit of gold here. I'm gonna try to get, you can see my damage is starting to fall off a little bit too. Even though I've been constantly trying to get the best upgrades that I can, damage starts to fall off after a little while. You just don't do as, you don't feel like you're doing as much damage as normal.
Swarm is approaching.
Okay, so let's try to get this currency here without taking too much damage. These guys are gonna start coming for me as soon as I get that one, so I'm gonna have to beeline it downward. I might have to make my way back up, to tell you the truth. Reload speed, crit chance, I haven't taken much, so I'm gonna go ahead and take crit. All right, that was nice. That little, you do get like an adrenaline rush I've seen sometimes, and it's really, really cool because you can get the heck out of dodge. So 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we've got our objective done. So that should get close to drawing out the elite here. We just need to do a little bit more killing, which up until this point we haven't been doing a whole bunch of killing, but this is going to probably do it here. If I can get a couple of these exploding guys, the chain reaction, you can see my bar here is going up pretty quick, and we have them funneled based on the tunnels that we've been making. We're about to start doing some explosions here. I'm gonna try to get as much as this XP as we can. 15% damage increased by level 1 on this weapon, and fire rate on this one. I think I'm gonna go for the fire rate here. And I am at level 12 now, so I have balanced overclock available. All other weapons 25% reload, but this weapon does 50% damage. I don't want to do that. 25% reload would basically give me quite a bit, but this weapon isn't high level, so I've only be really focusing, well, this level isn't high either, so I'm not really going to go with that. But this is minus 25% reload speed, but 100% clip size. This is a good upgrade. I'm going to go for it here. All right. So yeah, these just modify the runs and make them different every time, you know? So what I think I'm going to do here is just go for it and try to get as much XP as I can from these explosions. Perfect. And the big guy's out now too. 10% luck will this is a very, very good upgrade to get early on, but I think it's still going to be worth it because I'm still going to be getting quite a bit of XP. We've already getting the benefits to it too. 15% damage to all kinetic weapons or 35% fire rate to one weapon. I'm going with all. I'm going with the all. So you can see these guys are starting to spit a lot of acid at me. Let's re-roll this choice, and we're gonna get 12% reload speed to all weapons. Now we took quite a bit of damage. Oh, that was a magnet. Even though I had taken most of it already. 15% reload speed. Let's bring this up. And we're really just trying to kill this guy now without dying. That's literally what we're trying to do. That's our only objective now. Is to get through without taking that much damage. Okay. I need to get through here quickly. God dang it, that hurt. Watch the acid. I'm just trying to stay in range of the big guy so that I can get his XP right before I die. And then it's gonna ask me to get out. Let's go with the rare here. And the extraction zone should be, yeah, that's all right. Let's go around here, get this magnet. Had to go. And just stop for a little bit of these guys. All right. We're going. It was starting to get really, really intense. So you can see how the difficulty starts to scale pretty nuts, man. All right. We got quite a bit of currency on that level, 94 and 63. The mining speed is really, really good, but I think movement speed is better. Yeah, he agrees. So this would increase my level by 2 on my shotgun. This is a pretty good upgrade. Reload speed. Let's just go ahead and... Should I take the heal? Let's reroll first and decide. Reroll one more time and decide. I don't like any of those. Okay. Increase weapon damage on that. 35%, 9% move speed. Okay. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the epic damage increase. I'm going to take the rare damage increase. And I'm going to take increase all damage. Oh, yeah. I really wanted this too, but I think it's just smarter not to. I could get the common reload speed, or I could keep the money for the next upgrade. I'm just short of healing 50% too. I wish there was a heal 25% option. All right, let's just continue and let's go for health immediately. So now I have to kill cocoons. If I'm familiar, if I remember correctly, this is the level that I could not beat. This is the level. So we've got one of the cocoons already done. Now I'm not going to worry about currency as much here. I really, really need health immediately though before it gets too hard to get. 15% uncommon fire rate. He's got some really, really fun dialogue too. I know I've been talking over his voice the whole time, but it's actually some pretty fun dialogue. And the reason that the volume of the game is a little bit turned down, guys, is because simply it is a lot of the same sounds, and it's really loud. I find that the game is really loud. The other day I was playing and my wife heard me like playing this game. She was like, "What are you playing? It sounds like war back there." All right, I wanted to take that little bit of damage just to get me through. There's another cocoon, but it's gonna be really hard to get to it. Oh no, it's not gonna be that bad. Now my damage is starting to get right again, man. Starting to get right again. Okay, I got the third guy out. Now I need to find the third cocoon. There it is. That was close. Okay, good. So you'll automatically shoot based on wherever the closest enemy to you is. All right, and the dreadnought's gonna come out, but I got 3 of these guys too. Might as well get this healing while I can. And I want to get all this currency if I can as well. Should get some explosions really soon. Okay, legendary damage increased to all weapons. This was worth the luck upgrade earlier by itself. That's an insane upgrade, man. Insane. Shoot it in the face. Come on. Thank you. Uh-oh. Okay, big guy's out. I didn't even see him. Okay, he is fast and he makes charging attacks. So you have to be really, really careful here not to get yourself in a... like that. You have to make sure you can dodge through it, because if you don't, he's gonna get you. So I usually try to keep him in relatively open areas. Okay, he'll dodge. I'm gonna go back where I came from, even though it's against my better judgment, because I want him to kind of clear some of this path for me. There we go. All right, I'm gonna make my way around here and try to get some of this currency. Woo, thank you. He's a good bulldozer, I'll give you that. He gave me a little bit and I got a magnet. Beautiful. 10%, 25% reload speed, fire rate increased for one weapon, 10% of all damage. Okay, I like it. I'll do it. Okay, that was pretty brave, if I must say so myself. Okay, now, and we're pretty much at full health right now, so I think I'm just going to try to kill him. Well, we were at full health. Okay, I gotta be careful here. Ouch. Okay, this is very dangerous. Man. Oh, don't die, Z. Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die, Z. Kill him. Got him. Okay. So now we can get to the exit, maybe? Yes. Okay. Quota satisfied. How do we get through without dying? Just sprint, baby. Just sprint. I think we just actually beat the zone. Mission complete. Oh, you did. I did complete. So hazard level 2 is complete. That was the first time I did that. I'm glad you guys got to witness that. Man, look at the DPS. This M100 Classic, it's lower level than the other 3 weapons. It's even lower level than, well, it's lower level than my my main weapon, which shoots in 4 directions, by the way, and it's still the damage pales in comparison, man. It really does. So this M1000 Classic, it's extremely good. Some milestones completed. It gives you a little bit of stats here that you can go for, the rank XP and all that stuff, and the type of resources that you got. So when you go to, and the total damage, of course, when you go to continue, it unlocks a new artifact. So it can be found during the dive as an ammo rig, which gives you 50% reload speed. That's awesome. And then when you go to upgrades, all of these currencies you can see here that you've accumulated through your runs, you get to increase stuff, and it shows you where you can actually make your upgrades. And most of them don't share all the same resources, but some of them do. For instance, this thing takes these red crystals. It takes both of these take the red crystals, so you'd have to decide between one or the other. Because it's a demo, I've been kind of just doing this fast and loose, going through the levels or whatever, but hey, it's really good. So you get more powerful, and that's one of the reasons why I probably was able to beat this level this time, because I had a couple points in meta currency, and I think I performed pretty well too. Took some good risks. So in all honesty, guys, for a Horde survival game, this one is really fun. I like it a lot. I don't think the build synergies or like busted build synergies, I haven't seen any in here, because I think it's a little bit nuanced compared to some other games like Vampire Survivors, which is all about the synergies that you can get. But honestly, you can go for some really cool builds here, and even though it's not real fleshed out, I think the system is going to be really good in the full version, which I'm looking forward to play. And I did wishlist this as well. So let me know if there's any other games on Steam Next Fest that you guys have seen that you really like. And I'll demo them. I'll see if they're good for video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. As always, this is Zueljin signing off, and we'll see you next time.